So here we go, an all-Irish affair for the IBF International super featherweight title. Oisin Fagan in the black shorts against Eddie Hyland in the green. The Tallaght Civil War, it is being dubbed, and it's being played out in Tallaght. And no quarter being given or asked early on. Hyland went driving in. Fagan's response. Back on home soil with a win in Castlebar in May against Hassan Veliev, a fifth round knockout after his disappointment, suffering a bad ankle injury in the opening round against Amir Khan at the XL Arena just before Christmas when they were fighting for the vacant WBA International lightweight belt. Hyland, the Irish super featherweight champion, in the green, and great success in the family already. They're working their way up the different divisions. Well, Fagan is 35 now, but doesn't he look in good fettle to scale force? Hyland, the pride of Tallaght. How proud will they be of him after this one? The opening round of this super featherweight title fight, in which they've put a lot in. It started at quite a tempo. Good body hit from Fagan and a combination to follow. Expect this to be a good even contest. He's got 7 years in Fagan does Hyland, but that 7 years extra experience. The man who based himself in the early days in Oklahoma, back home and loving it. Fagan coming into it a bit more, but Hyland sidestepping. Couple of good connections from Hyland. Fagan made to miss with a response, but got a couple in all the same. Being told to keep the hands up by the top referee, Mickey Van. Good connection with the left at the end of that combination from Hyland. Fagan still progressing. This is the makings of a good contest. They've both gone for it in this opening round, and expect that to continue. Coming towards the end of a decent opening round, and Fagan is finishing it in the ascendancy. Hyland's come out fighting again, Eddie Hyland, but good attacking by Fagan. Good end to a good opening round. So the second round of this IBF International super featherweight title fight. Fagan finished that first round very well. Hyland responded well, and it's got the crowd going. Good connection from Fagan, but Hyland had done the same just before. That was a good hit by Fagan. Rocked Hyland temporarily, but he's responded well. Couple of good shots to the body. Well, this is going to be an onslaught. It's been good to watch so far. Well, Fagan was determined to make his mark against Amir Khan at Christmas. Ended up going over on that ankle in a nasty break. He tried to continue and couldn't. Couple of good hits from Hyland. Made to back off a bit. Fagan, good right to the stomach. Hyland's response isn't too shabby either. Good contest, good combination. Hyland's confidence not affected by that good finish of the first round that Fagan had. He is trying to get him back against the ropes though. Corner asking Hyland to get back on the outside again, and he's getting a few in now, and Fagan. His supporters here love that. Another energetic second round. Hyland attempting but missing. It was good stuff. And even two. So the third round between Eddie Hyland and Oisin Fagan. You wouldn't pick a winner at this stage. 12-round affair for this IBF International super-featherweight crown. Fagan trying to get Hyland on the back foot, and he just clipped him with a very nicely, cleverly dinked left. Good responses from Hyland. Couple of good lefts. Reminiscent of the brother, actually. Another left to Fagan. Kind of right around the left eye. Fagan's response none too shabby either. A couple of good body shots, but can he keep it going? Long career now. He's had 29 fights, 23 wins, 14 inside the distance, 6 defeats. Hyland just a record of 12-1, and that one coming very early in his career at Everton against Stephen Mullen. Retired in the 4th round of a 6-rounder 3 years ago now. There's a response. Hyland's corner looking for a few short hits, and they were arriving, but Fagan with a good response as well. Good response from Hyland. Right from Fagan was good, and a good solid right to follow from the Gale force. Last fight in the States came Patrick's Week 2008. Second round knockout of Brian Kine at Madison Square Gardens. Normally tends to be a good week and a good venue for John Duddy in recent years also. Rights and lefts didn't quite connect. Hyland ducking out of the way, and now he's responding well that he is at full height. Good connection again with the left from Hyland. Fagan's response not forthcoming. All Hyland towards the end of this third round. He's finishing it so well. And ducked to avoid Fagan's right. But Hyland's round, and he's finishing it well too. Couple of late blows before the bell from Fagan, not enough. And that was very nicely done from Hyland to finish that round 3. Well, Hyland finished that third round oh so well. This is the fourth in this IBF International super featherweight title fight. Round 4 of 12. Edward Hyland in the green. Looks as if he's got the upper hand now on Fagan. Good combinations in. It's been a roller coaster fight. It's been raucous in the 3 rounds and a bit so far, and it's been entertaining stuff. Not that either of these two men are terribly interested in that, but they are putting in a good fight. Fagan needs a bit of response in this fourth though. Hyland was gaining the advantage in the upper hand in round 3. Good body shot from Fagan. Combinations are coming. He's hitting a few towards the back of the head of Hyland. Response is forthcoming now. He's getting a few in, and Hyland, who continues the duck and the dive and to get a few back against the ropes. He combined a couple well on Fagan, but now the body shots coming in from Fagan, and this is coming into a real battle now. Fagan's got Hyland where he wants him, but Hyland's not responding the way he wants. Good body shot with the right from Fagan, and the uppercut hit the chin. It's among the best that Irish boxing has to offer, and it's decent stuff. Fagan's kept himself in good shape, rehabilitated himself well after the mishap with the ankle against Amir Khan, and it's showing well. Fagan needing a bit to survive here. Standing his ground, shoving Hyland over with that left shoulder, but Hyland responding again in kind and responding well. Good hit with the left from Fagan. Another good round, and Hyland's enjoyed the best of it. Fagan trying to respond with a couple of good combinations, but they're really gunning for it. Good stuff, good stuff. The 5th round of 12 in this IBF International super featherweight contest, and Edward Hyland is just about in the green trunks, had the better so far of Oisin Fagan in the black. It's been a good contest. It's been engrossing. They've both gone for it, and they've both gone for it throughout. Good right to the body from Fagan. And is there more he can add? When he's found himself under the cosh in this contest, Hyland has been able to respond well when he's needed to. Despite taking a few hits, he's been able to respond with a few of his own. Mickey Van wasn't happy with the use of the elbow. A top referee for a top contest. Fagan looking to make hay with the right. Couple of half hits with it, then tried with the left. Another right. Hyland has just about bettered him so far. And his corner appreciating what the 28-year-old from Tallaght has done. Again, the foundations of a good combination from Fagan, but not able to follow through. Now Hyland's coming out to Maggette. Good half response from Fagan. Couple of right uppercuts connecting. Gale Force trying to find a second win. Hyland's finding himself in a good battle here. Good right from Fagan. Hyland knocked him away, brushed him away. But Fagan found a way to penetrate and find the face. Good even round, and Fagan has come out blazing. Good round again. Fagan more in that round 5 this time. Sixth round of this IBF International super featherweight contest, and it's been good stuff so far between Eddie Hyland in the green and Oisin Fagan in the black and green. Very well evenly matched contest so far. Hyland just about shading it, but not by a massive margin, and Fagan well in the fight. Couple of good ones from Hyland. Fagan with a solo response, but needing to come out of his shell a bit more in this sixth round. Good left followed by the right. Hyland response was decent also. Well, they both came out with such an impetus and good combinations throughout the 6th round so far. Can't really blame them for taking a bit of a breather, which is what most of this round has been. Good swing by Fagan, praying for a connection which didn't come. Got a couple of semi-ones there and a good left to the side of Eddie Hyland's head. And a good left from Hyland. Trying to raise the temperature a bit. Fagan with the usual, as you would expect, solid response. Couple of short blows from Hyland which found the face, found the target. No massive effect on Fagan, but just to let him know he's there. Another couple of good short blows from Hyland. Connected well with Fagan. But remains a good narrow contest. But he's connecting when he needs to, Hyland. Heading towards the end of round 6 in the halfway stage of the fight. Fagan coming in and coming in well right at the death of round 6. But the happier corner looks to be Hyland's one. into the 7th round. Keep the tactics going was the message which was fed through for Eddie Hyland as we enter the second half of this IBF International super featherweight contest. An all Irish and all Dublin affair. It's been a thriller so far. Hyland forcing himself through at the start of round 7. Rolled in a right, Fagan. Blocked another right, which was on the way. Fagan trying to get back into the ascendancy, but Hyland showing enough brightness. There are a few concerned faces in Fagan's corner. I think Hyland's is just that little bit more vociferous stuff. It's good left by Fagan, a short one to the side of Hyland's head, followed it up with a right. A few faster punches coming from Hyland, but Fagan's absorbed them all, and a couple of very, very short ones, short lefts to the side of Fagan's face whilst they were embracing. A couple of low jabs from Fagan not having much effect. It's that kind of a contest. He has Hyland against the ropes, but Hyland's still coming out fighting and slipped away. Couple of good connections. It's got the temperature rising again. Couple of good short lefts after Fagan's right. Good right swing, but made to miss was Fagan. There's venom in it, but no connection. Couple of short lefts from Hyland were decent. So was Fagan's response, but it wasn't prolonged. Towards the end of 7. Fagan pushing forward, couple of good punches there. Hyland responded in kind, good stuff again. It's heating up this contest now.
More top-class boxing from the National Arena to come after this.
The National Awards for Volunteers in Irish Sport.
Without volunteers, you know, you wouldn't have Katie Taylors, you wouldn't have Jason Sherlocks, you wouldn't have the stars we have in this country nowadays.
They all have their 9-to-5 jobs, and then they're coming out and they're helping kids run around and do things.
And that's what it's about, you know, it's helping kids.
It's important for them to realise that they're doing a fantastic role.
Nominate a volunteer from your community at volunteersinsport.ie. Supported by Setanta Sports.
What you doing?
Voting for what I want from Vodafone.
Why?
Well, they've asked us what we want, so I'm telling them.
Go to Mission Red.
Sir, yes, sir. Location? It's Ballina.
Here comes, people. Wait for it. Wait for it. Got it. Good job, people. Another vote safely counted.
Give it a go.
We want you to tell us what you want from us. Log on to missionred.ie, vote for your favourite, and we'll make the one that wins happen. Vodafone. Make the most of now.
Go, Javi, go!
It's wall to wall. At Harvey Norman this weekend, get 16% off for 16 hours. That's right, this Saturday and Sunday only. Get 16% off furniture, 16% off bedding, 16% off computers, and 16% off electrical. Doors open 9 a.m. Saturday. This weekend only, 16% off for 16 hours. Only at Harvey Norman, your furniture, bedding, computers, and electrical specialists. Terms and conditions apply. 16% off our normal sale price. Personal shoppers only. Excludes all Apple products.
Go, Harvey Norman, go!
He used to sweat so much that he could keep 2 fish alive. And that is why the people loved him.
Lynx Dry. It's more than a deodorant. It's an antiperspirant.
Countdown to kick-off with this 48-page guide to every Premier League club, free inside tomorrow's Irish Sunday Mirror.
We're working hard to help you spend less on hundreds of quality Spar brand products that are always under budget and under the tree at Spar. Like Spar tea bags 80-pack for €1.
You were born on a Saturday morning in July. Your dad spent 2 long nights painting your room primrose yellow. Remember when you were 13 and you wanted it black? Dad said no and you settled on cocoa. Dad spent 2 long nights painting it. Well, now you've grown out of your room, this house. We're doing it up again. Ivory cream, just in case. And Dad will spend 2 long nights painting it.
Live life in colour. Don't just paint it, crown it.
A daily Danacol helps reduce cholesterol. And with €1 off, Danacol is now only $3.99. Danacol lowers cholesterol and now lower in price.
Watch the Premier League contenders exclusively live on Setanta Sports.
Oh, stunning! Absolutely stunning!
The Barclays Premier League, every Saturday, live on Setanta Sports.
Hello again, we're back with more top-class professional boxing for you here from Dublin. So it's the 8th round, 5 to go. And a couple of quick words from Mickey Van for both. It's been a good, clean contest. Maybe a bit of holding emerging in the last few rounds, but they're getting their hits in. Fagan, who was beaten in the battle for the vacant USBA lightweight title on Christmas 2007, just a couple of days before New Year's Day in West Virginia. Followed it up with a less than pleasant Christmas last time out as well because of the ankle against Emir Khan. Summers safe from that. Fagan getting a good short combination in, but a couple of good hits coming in simultaneously from both. Fagan tried a long one, but somewhat telegraphed. Hyland happy with the shorter ones for now. Well, it was a points win. He went all the way. Did Eddie Hyland against Kevin O'Hara for the Irish super featherweight title Easter last year. Been happy to hold on to that and wins all the way from there, and most recently first round knockout of Yuris Ivanovs in Castlebar in May. Couple of good hits with the left from Hyland. There was always a good response around the corner from Fagan. He just knows how to always dogged. The sweat's dripping down from both. The tiredness is manifesting itself occasionally when the holding comes in. But those bursts of energy from Fagan and more particularly from Hyland are making their mark. Good short connection with the left from Hyland, which caused a bit of trouble to the left eye of Fagan, and there might be just a bit of swelling emerging there on Fagan's eye, which we'll look closer at in round 9, but a good finish from both, and there it is, there is that swelling. So the 9th round, and just look at the left eye of Oisin Fagan when you get a chance. It was a good strike from Hyland to finish that 8th round, but Fagan has come out on the front foot to push forward. Try and make life a bit difficult for Hyland the same way life has been made a little bit difficult for him. The vision will be slightly impaired out of the left eye now, and a couple to the right eye coming from Hyland. So what's Fagan's response? Keeping Hyland at close quarters, got a few in. Hyland got out of there in time. Fagan being kept at close quarters, not landing too many of the short ones. Hyland is. Always get a few punches in when they're locked at close quarters, will Hyland. Continuing to do the same in this 9th round. The long ones are coming in as well now on Fagan. Hyland's just about maintaining the upper hand. He's getting the punches in when he needs to. But Fagan's not allowing any kind of lead develop. Good challenge. And a good left, but Hyland is being put under top pressure, and he forced Fagan away just when Fagan was making his typical power felt. Good body shot, the right from Fagan. And driving in again, that's a good connection with the left from Hyland. Well timed again, he's coming in with the right shots at the right time. Late punch as well from Hyland at the end of 9. But the contest is ratcheting up a notch or two again. More treatment for that eye for Oisin Fagan. Hyland didn't really go after it in that 9th round. Yeah, just give. I'll just cue you. And you just. So 3 to go. Hyland's finished the last couple of rounds quite decently. Fagan needing to get stuck in for the final 3 and wading in with a right. Hyland made to miss, but a couple of good body shots in. Fagan trying to lead with the left again. Waded in with a couple. Well, Hyland not chasing that left eye of Fagan terribly much. Hyland with another couple of good lefts, keeping Fagan at arm's length. But just trying to come after him now. He has a bit of problem with that left eye, doesn't he, Fagan?
Yeah, Fagan here is slugging, coming forward all the time. And Hyland had to get on the back foot, use the ring, use his boxing skills. This is a throwback fight. This is one of the best fights I've seen in a long, long time. This reminds you of throwback fights of the 30s and 40s. And this guy Hyland, the beautiful boxing skills, all the Hylands are the same, managed real well. If he uses his feet work and keeps dancing around the ring here, he'll outpoint Fagan. He seems to be ahead in points. Fagan has to keep forcing the fight, because his strength, he's more strength than Hyland. If he keeps coming forward and forcing this fight, hoping that Hyland breaks down. But Hyland's feet work is the key to this fight. But the thing is, the fight's that tough. Hyland's legs are getting heavy, and he can't move back the way he should be doing. So he might have to stand flat-footed and slog it out with Fagan here. So this fight is the best fight I've seen in this country in a long, long time. If Hyland could just move and use the ring as he's been doing, outpointing Fagan, he looks like he can run away with this decision. But if the legs get heavy and has to stand toe-to-toe, that'll suit Fagan here. And this will be voted by the Box News as the best fight of the year.
It's been good stuff so far, and it could have a good climax as well. Hyland's trying to push Fagan back, and Hyland's going for it here. He's had Fagan against the ropes, but the response from Fagan was excellent. Brings an end to that onslaught for the time being. But it's been good stuff in this 10th round, and it has been lively. And a couple of good connections, and Hyland's trying to push forward for it again. But every time he does so, there's a response waiting from Fagan. Hyland just about has the advantage. But it's been thrilling stuff. Another couple of good ones coming in from Fagan. Hyland's response decent. Divided by the bell, but it's good stuff, this.
Well, this here fight is unbelievable. Fagan's a slowed out slugger. And when Hyland's feet work slowed down there, he had no choice but to stand toe-to-toe with Fagan. And he caught him a few shots there. Because these guys, Hyland, are managed by their father. They're super fit. They brought boxing back to the south of Ireland. Boxing in the south of Ireland was slowed down an awful lot over the years. Last season they had about 8 or 9 shows. And that's what these kids need, plenty of activity. Their skills are, he's improving, these Hylands are improving every fight. His boxing skills are really well. He went forward, he got a bit of power, he hurt Fagan at the end of the round. But Fagan really strong, big-hearted. So this last 2 rounds here is going to be like unbelievable. And Hyland seems to be just edging forward and looks favoured to run away with this decision. But this is the best fight I've seen in years. It's dynamite.
Well, let's see what it will produce in the last 2 rounds. It's been good stuff. A few words for Mickey Van from Oisin Fagan as Eddie Hyland deposits the rest of that water that he's been given. 2 rounds to go, and well, they may be both relatively local, but just listen to the support that Eddie Hyland is getting here. It has been good stuff, and it's been high-octane stuff as well. But Fagan needs a response in these 2 rounds, because I'm sure he knows that he's just slightly behind on points. They're not quite dead on their feet yet. They've given it an awful lot. Hyland's corner so encouraging towards it. But Fagan getting a few blows in, which is exactly what he needs to do at this stage, and he just needs to catch Hyland out some way. And there are inklings of that.
And Hyland here seems to be, at the age of 32, he's had a lot of hard fights. I've seen him box in America. He fought Paul Spotterford, the world champion, and he gave Spotterford all he wanted. He gave Spotterford as much as he gave the Hyland here. But at the age of 32, he just seems to be a wee bit slower. Hyland at the age of 26, 27, that youth just seems to be there. The speed, the boxing skills, and he seems to be shading every round.
He's just about doing enough. I'll be surprised if it's a wide unanimous points decision, but it's been a good contest. They put a lot into it, and it has shown. Fagan has got that problem with his eye, but it's not hurting his accuracy too much. Hyland's got a lot of accuracy of his own here, though.
Hyland seems to be getting some success with that left hook here. He's just throwing his punches nice and late at the end of the fight here. Nice late speedy punches, but they're calling America the shoe shine. He's come up with a lovely left hook. He got success with it there, but he seems to be coming on very strong. Hyland, I thought he made a sort of got a bit weaker there with the strength and the more strength that Fagan has. But Hyland seems to be going on super fit. He's super fit here. He seems to be getting the second wind, and it looks like he's going to run away with this decision. But anything's possible up to now, because this guy Fagan has got a heart like a lion.
Well, will Gale Force get a second win? We'll see, but it's Hyland who's looking good at this stage in the penultimate round. Such effort being put in. And it's coming from Fagan there, but a good left came from Hyland, and now he's drilling the punches in. And he may be heading back towards the ropes, but Hyland's giving us good as he's getting. We've been absolutely drenched in sweat as Hyland hit the ropes. It's right above where we are. And Hyland's hanging on with 10 seconds left of this penultimate round. Fagan with a couple of good blows back. Good contest. Oh, good stuff this is.
Oh, unbelievable. Coming up the last round here, Fagan, who's only had 3 or 4 amateur boxing bouts. This guy Hyland had maybe 100 amateur fights. Fagan only had 3-4 boxing fights. Took up professional boxing in the States. He's a school teacher. Just fought this last few years. Found himself a bit destitute in the States. Took up boxing. He actually fought his first fight, and they get the flight home, but he won it and they kept him over there. This kid's come on so much, and this last round, it looks like Fagan's going to have to win by a stoppage here. He's a throwback fighter, and he's just toe-to-toe round here. He has to win by a stoppage to get this fight, and Hyland looks very fresh. So this last round is going to be a very competitive, and this fight's going to be fought by boxers. I'd say it's the fight of the year. It's a contender for one of the fights of the year, and this round is going to be unbelievable. It'll be a round of the year.
It's been good stuff. I'll tell you what, Fagan going into this final round, and what an embrace. It tells you all you need to know about the respect that the two men have for each other. But Fagan's got big problems. He can barely look out of that left eye. It's a massive shiner. He was caught very well towards the end of round 8 by Hyland, and it's just disimproved as time has gone on. Fagan is just basically going to have to work out to the right from now on. But brilliant support for Hyland here, and you have to say for Fagan also, 2 Dubliners who've given it their all for this IBF International super featherweight title. Brilliant contest, quality encounter, and is there still a little dramatic sting in the tail with 2 minutes to go? I'm sure Fagan feels the sting in his eye now, and he is fighting just from pure energy, pure aggression to get towards the end of this contest and maybe somehow dramatically get something out of it. He's still drilling in a few lefts and rights which are connecting with Hyland. He'll have to drill a bit low as well, but Hyland is connecting when he needs to also. It's terrific stuff. But is Hyland going to hang on?
But Hyland here had a bit of success. He gave him the left hook. He looks still fresh. He got a second win a couple of rounds ago, and Hyland looks like, but how's Fagan coming back?
And he is right at this last round, and he needs to. A punch of heaven required here from Fagan. He's connecting with a few good ones, but is he hurting Hyland? That's the question. There was a grimace from Hyland there, the younger man. Now he's trying to force him back, but he needs a few firm, fresh, clear punches to make a clear connection, and he got a couple there, did Fagan.
Both these boys are super fit. Fagan trained by Phil Sutcliffe, 100% fit, and young Hyland trained by his father. The fitness here is unbelievable. This is like a fight before the television. Boxing came to television, when the small halls were packed in America. These two guys are sworn a fight here, which is worthy of the 1940s and 50s. This last round here is unbelievable. It looks like Hyland's going to win this last round. It looks like Fagan just hasn't got that little bit of punching power. He needs that bit of punching power to win this fight, and it's just not there. Hyland seems to be edging him here in this last round. It looks like it's going to be a Hyland's points decision for the three Hylands to win the night. An unbelievable bull. The matchmaking was perfect here.
Yeah, more fights like this, and they will be filling the holes. Fagan is going out with a bang, that's for sure. Hyland looks to have the advantage on points, but Fagan's not going down without literally a fight. He's thrown a few good ones in the last couple of rounds, in which he must have known he was behind, and possibly just too far behind at that stage. Mickey Van wants them to break up. 10 seconds to go. A fresh injection of life between the two. Good punches coming from both. Hyland's going for it. What a fight that was. What a finish that was. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, it's been energetic. But Eddie Hyland is being held high by his father, and Oisin Fagan is too. Well, they both have a lot to be proud of. There's no doubt about that. But referee Mickey Van is getting the judges' cards now. It won't be a wide unanimous decision. Of that there's no doubt, because it was terrific stuff, but I just wonder how much Oisin Fagan was hindered by his eye towards the end. Well, Katie Taylor has done things that have destroyed convention in a way. She's got the record books and discarded them all. Writes new records every year. World and European champions, and firmly on top of the world, and it's she who will present the IBF International super-featherweight belts. Hope you enjoyed that. Here's Harry McGavick with the decision. Well, there's big consultations going on. It's a majority decision, but I'm not sure if it's a clear majority decision. And here it comes from Harry McGavick. The IBF have just checked the scores again to confirm.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision, and it's a unanimous decision. Okay. Judge Emil Teague scores at 118 to 111. Judge Howard Foster scores at 116 to 112. And Judge Bill Edwards scores at 118 to 114. To the winner and the new IBF Super-Featherweight champion of the world,
So Hyland hits the high spots, and Edward Hyland claims the IBF International super featherweight title. A great battle against Oisin Fagan, unanimous in the end, but the score is relatively close throughout. And both men have so much to be proud of. Good display, good fight, and Hyland dispatching Fagan in the end. First of all, what a fight!
Ah, yeah, I've been in a few of them, but that was a great old fight, yeah. Congratulations to Eddie, he's a great fella, warrior, he's a good lad.
Have to ask how the eye is. That's quite an explosion.
Yeah, it's boxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's alright. I'll be fine. We have to see how it tomorrow.
You both went into this absolutely going for it, and it maintained that way right the way through to the 12th round.
Yeah, well, that's just the way I go for it, you know. I'm not the most skillful lad in the world, but I give it me all the time, you know. That's just me. So I'm happy for Eddie, you know. He deserved it. It was a good fight. Some other night it could have been me, you know. But I've been upset though because it always seems to happen to me. It goes to decisions, world champions in their hometown, split decisions and all that type of stuff, you know. So this is just another one. Just put it down to bad luck, you know.
Tremendous fight. What's next on the agenda?
Don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it now. I really thought I had it in me to win that one, you know, and unfortunately it didn't happen. I'm gonna just have to take it easy for a little bit. I'll be back to training now on Monday or Tuesday. Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks very much, Charlie. Thank you. I'll be back into training maybe probably Tuesday. I'll give it a few days anyway, and that's usually me. Just back into training. I'm gonna get a world championship one of these days. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give up.
Good fight. You're not going to give up either.
No. I don't give up. All right.
Nice going, Oisin. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Well, that's quite a belt. And Eddie, it is yours.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it was a great fight, wasn't it? 12 hard rounds of boxing. Hands off the Oisin, you know, great opponent. You know, couldn't fight anybody better or harder for this title. I'm a privileged to fight him, you know. To get the win over him, I'm more than happy, you know. It could have went either way, but I thought, you know, I boxed a bit better than him on the night, you know. But hands off to Oisin, great bloke, you know.
That was quite a step up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, really was. You know, he brought me to school. He took me into the trenches. You know, I had to work hard. I did, and I came off victorious. As I said, I was going to win. I came out champion.
At what point did you think, right, this is going my way now, finally?
To be honest with you, it was up and down all through the fight. You know, I thought now after the 7th, coming to the 8th round, I knew he didn't really have that much left in him, but he still had enough of fight in him. I had that bit more left in me, and I just went out and gave him me all, as you're seeing. You know, so.
He's just got a good reception, which he deserves as well.
Big time, hands off to him. Like, you know, if anybody deserves the title, it'd be Oisin Fagan. You know, but unfortunately, I was a better man on the night. You know, I can't make any excuses for myself or for Oisin. You know, it was just the way it happened on the night. You know. Yeah, I'm sure he's heartbroken, but I mean, like, we're gonna have a point together. You know, we'll have a chat about it. You know, great fight. So that's it, like, you know.
And it's a bad time to ask what now, because you've got this belt. That tonight is all that matters.
That's it. Tonight, that's all that matters. I'm just gonna relax now for the next week or so. You know, I had a hard 12-round fight. I deserve a week or two off. You know, I'm gonna go away with the family for a holiday. You know, so, and when I come back, then I'll sit in the gym and we'll discuss what's next for me. You know.
Nice one, well done, champ.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
Cheers, fair play. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed that. They definitely did. Eddie Hyland, the IBF International super featherweight champion. A thrilling victory in the end over Oisin Fagan. Hope you enjoyed that. Many calling it the fight of the year. They're probably not wrong. Goodbye.
This is The Hub, live on Setanta Ireland. Soccer and rugby feature in a big way this evening as the excitement builds for a new season on Setanta Sports. And of course, this weekend is all about Kilkenny and Waterford and Meath and Mayo. But for some, the inquest goes on and on. The days have been passing slowly for Dublin after their disappointments. A couple of the county's senior figures in football and hurling join us. In rugby, our focus is on Connacht and their countdown to the new campaign. And there's all the rest of the day's rugby news too. It's the first meeting of Manchester United and Chelsea at Wembley in the Community Shield. So are they all set to lift the big trophies again? And a tale of our times, how football, far removed from the glory game, is giving meaning to the lives of some of our most vulnerable. Lou Macari and Emmett Byrne are on our guest list later, so too the Connacht captain John Muldoon, and a special club focus on Tottenham Hotspur from White Hart Lane himself, and we'll explain that one later. But no more expectations and nothing more than a spectator's role from here on for followers of Dublin GAA. At least the hurlers raised hopes for a while. We all know the story by now for the Dublin footballers after the demolition job by Kerry. So what is the way ahead? Humphrey Kelleher has been so important in the rise of hurling in Dublin. Brian Mullins really needs no introduction, though I am tempted to ask him in a moment about a possible comeback. But Humphrey, first up, success is supposed to breed success, isn't it? So why has the lead of the hurlers, a success, not been followed?
Well, Paul, I have to look at success being relative in hurling in Dublin. For 35 years at the start of the great 74 team that Brian was part of and the Hefo connection, hurling went into demise, unfortunately. And for about a 25-year period, hurling was very much secondary in Dublin. Successive county boards paid lip service to hurling, in my view. And it's only over the last 10 years that real money, real resources, real focus has been put on hurling, and now they begin to reap the rewards for that. But it is only a recent phenomenon of hurling being done.
I know you're a chartist and you summarise almost in scientific terms one rise against another's fall, so perhaps there is an historic link between the fortunes of hurling rising and football correspondingly waning. But when you watched what happened at Croke Park last weekend, it was men against boys, wasn't it? Man for man all around the field.
Yes, it was, and that's a good analogy because the Kerry performance was so vastly ahead of what Dublin were putting in place on the pitch. So I don't necessarily agree that there's any connection between the hurling coming back and the football declining. I think both games can be played successfully by county teams in the county. I think there's enough players playing both codes, and that it's how they're managed and how they're progressed is the only consideration at this stage.
Are you mystified by how Dublin performed in that game?
Watching it, I was surprised. I didn't expect, nor did anybody really expect, that the Kerry were going to dominate from minute one in such a comprehensive fashion. But when you consider this group of players that have played for Dublin for the last 4 or 5 years, how many times at this stage they've not been up to the mark, it's not surprising, really. And I just don't think that they're capable of getting mentally to where they need to be, it would appear. And there's no doubting their effort and their commitment to training and preparation, and their willingness to believe that they're going in the right direction. But the attitude that's required, the attitude that needed to be displayed and put into action against Kerry last Sunday wasn't there. And you would be forgiven for believing that when Colm Cooper scored the goal in the first minute, that the immediate head down and capitulation by the Dublin team, which was only manifesting for 10-15 minutes after that, really was possibly there before the match even started, and that deep in their subconscious they didn't believe that they were up to the challenge.
And in terms of attitude, Brian, from the supporters' point of view, obviously supporters frame their reference around your era for Dublin and the success that the team that you were part of enjoyed in that period. Is that unfair?
To some extent it is unfair. I mean, Dublin have had successful teams, even since in the 80s and the 90s, and when you're playing at that level and trying to perform, what the public are saying or what the media are saying is somewhat irrelevant, or should be.
And is it, in the case of this group?
I would suspect not. I would suspect not. But I didn't witness much, if any, of what I would have considered to be the appropriate attitude, which was to bring the game to Kerry. There were enough experienced players in the Dublin team to understand that not to have the same thing happen again required a different approach, a different...
In what respects?
Well, early on, it should have been Dublin making the impression that Kerry were, or at least competing with them. But early on, it was all about chasing shadows. It was all about being 3 metres, 2 metres off the men in the backs. And in the forwards, they just weren't winning possession. They weren't competing for it. The Kerry backline were doing exactly what I would have expected the Dublin backline should have been.
Given this extraordinary stadium and the level of support right across the city, a city of over 1 million people, is it a fool's paradise in Dublin?
It's a fool's paradise if people automatically think that because there's 1 million people, that they should have a team. You know, that's not the way population and playing and getting quality players goes. And there's plenty of examples around the country of populations of only 10% or 20% of what Dublin's population is, and they still get quality teams. So it's not the population. It's the need to identify what are the critical issues that need to be tackled and identified to compete at that level. And that Dublin team are just not doing it and haven't done for a number of years. And they don't have to go any further than the mentality and the attitude and the mindset that Tyrone bring to a game. There's a ruthlessness.
Which is wonderful to watch, one has to say. Do you think maybe that the footballers in Dublin might be doing worse than taking a lead off what the hurlers have put together with a much more limited...
They certainly would do well. I mean, Anthony Daly is a winner. He's a proven winner. He understands what it takes to win at All-Ireland level in hurling, and he's trying to bring that to the Dublin hurling thinking.
And Humphrey, is it just the start for the hurlers in Dublin, do you think?
Well, this hasn't just started now, Paul. This started 10 years ago. And it's
you put a report together, did you not? 2001, I think it was.
In 2001, but it highlighted the need to have coaches in the schools. I mean, these are the consequences and these are the results of work being done 10 years ago at under 14 level. And it is the coaches at that level have brought these players through. Anthony Daly is lucky, I suppose, to some degree, like Brian Cody. He's getting the consequences of the coaches being done earlier. And I cannot express it highly enough and strongly enough that unless that was done back in 1997 when the development squads were started at under 14 level, that those players have now come through. But the likes of Anthony Daly, as Brian says, are born winners. They have won All-Irelands. They have managed teams that have been very, very successful. And they're bringing that level of expertise to Dublin. I don't believe for one moment that a manager can motivate a team. I believe that a manager has to put in the conditions and the environment for players to motivate themselves.